Gemini, happy birthday. I'm here with your hidden truth reading for whatever connection you are in. This is their true feelings in this connection. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Let's just start with that, okay? You may have recently celebrated it. It could be today, it could be tomorrow, honey, but wherever you are, happy birthday. Okay, so this is about a connection where you all are apart right now. There's definitely a vibe that the people that I'm speaking to and this reading is for, you are separated. So if that's something that you're working through right now, this reading could be for you. And I'm saying that because I want to let you know and remind you that these are general readings. Switch around the energies, especially when it comes to relationships. We become enmeshed with each other. So cross watchers, some of this energy could be you, or it could be lovely Gemini here, but I want you to keep that in mind. If you know that you are in a loving, harmonious relationship and it's thebomb.com, this probably is not for you. And I don't even want you to waste your time in this space, but it's good to see you. Hey, what's up? The first card that came out, Gemini, when I was wanting to understand what this connection was, what's at the heart of what's happening in this connection. First card out, honest communication. And it says, expect a heart-to-heart conversation. Now, based off of the cards that are out here, it feels as if this conversation has happened. And that was what has been leading to you all kind of being in this different, interesting place right now. For some of you, you're separated right now and you're waiting for communication to happen. And I'm really sensing it's an apology that you're looking for. And that for you will determine, Gemini, if you're going to continue on with this or not, okay? So beneath my deck, though, was healing connection. Your romance will transform your life. So you all have not decided if you will get back together. There is, if I was speaking to you one-on-one and you're like, Shaan, just tell me if we're going to get back together. Right now, it's undecided. Okay? You all are determining that. There's a wheel of fortune out here. I'll get to that in a moment. I say that to tell you that you have the potential for this connection to be healing. And there is potential for this to be healed through what this situation has been that has led you to be in this place right now where you're separated. Another thing that's coming through related to the healing connection card that's out here is that there has been something beautiful in this connection. And I know you're looking at me like, girl, please, I understand. I know what it's like to be in this phase of a connection. But just hear me, Gemini. If you are really being honest with yourself and really getting still with yourself, you know that there has been something or some parts of this connection that has been restoring, healing, informative, and probably in some ways transformational. Now, that could have been while you all were together. It could be what you're going through right now, because in connections, you kind of have to go through that storm, that tower. There's no tower out here, but that tower feeling where things kind of come apart, because it certainly helps a relationship decide if they're going to go to the next level. And if you all do go to the next level, you all will be transformed. You will be different, okay, based off of the cards that I have out here. Okay, so I asked God, angel, spirit guides to tell me a little bit more about why honest communication is out here, healing connection is here. So with honest communication, there's some level of distrust. You know, there's a need for the communication to be clear so that you all, and especially you, Gemini, so that you can feel confident making a decision, continuing on in this connection. The first card that came out is the Two of Wands. The next card that came out is the Hierophant, and beneath the deck that I use to understand this connection is my ghosting card. That is the Hermit, okay? So it definitely feels like you're apart right now. You're minimal to probably no communication. I don't feel like anyone has blocked anyone. I don't see anything out here that says that anyone has blocked anyone. and I'll come over to you in just a moment, Gemini, to tell you what's going on, but you're definitely waiting for this other person that is on your mind and your heart to initiate some kind of communication right now. The challenge that you're working through right now is related to values. The wands are action cards, taking action, and the Hierophant is grounded energy. It's Taurus energy. It is the energy of 5. And for me, 5 is freedom, it's change, but 5 is change because you went through something challenging. It's a hard kind of energy related to change. And so you're at that point in your connection where this is either going to make you or break you. You're going to come back from this or you're not. Either way, you both will be beautiful for it, because that's kind of the life process. I don't mean to sound cold or harsh, but that's just kind of what this energy is. There are some value differences here. And one of you in Gemini, I'm really feeling like this is you. You have a value set that this other person is not adhering to. And it feels like it's related to give and take, maybe giving up energy and time, maybe giving of resources and support, but it doesn't feel like this person that you're dealing with, Gemini, you feel like they're willing to give you the kind of love, support that you want and that you need. This is a tradition card for me. And so it also could be just commitment. Are we going to be monogamous? Is it just you and I? Are we going to get married? Are we going to do our form of marriage? Are we going to move in together? What are we? It feels like that kind of energy, Gemini. You're wanting to get very clear about what this is. Okay, Love Cup. So then I have a placement that's just for you, Gemini. So I asked God, Angel, Spirit Guides about some of that hidden truth, and I used the hidden truth oracle for this. And the first card that popped out for you is we will be together again. I know some of you are like, no, we not, Miss Shaan. I'm just saying, this is what the card is saying. Okay, my Love Cup. And then it says, I feel you even though we are apart. Okay, so, and I'm getting chills. That confirms that you definitely feel the sense of separation, but in this time, it's giving you time to think, Gemini, about what's going on. I've got some more cards out here so that I can learn about what this really looks like for you. And I love the hidden truth kind of messages, this particular reading, because it gives an opportunity to be open and honest with self about what it is that you want. I'm going to tell you this, Gemini, you like this person. You feel connected to this person. There's part of you that feels like this might be over, because this was at the bottom of the deck. I know I'm doing some going from the back to the front, but there was this 10 of Swords here, which feels like finality, closing this thing down. And oftentimes when we feel all of these swords in our back, it's over for us. But also, Gemini, that is one of the cards that represents you in the tarot. So it could just really be you getting into that shadow side of yourself and doubting that you all will be able to come back. It feels like you're going like this in your connection, like, should I text this person? Should I call this person? Is it on me? Am I wrong? Do I need to readdress my standards or not? It kind of feels like that kind of energy that you're working through right now, Gemini, but you like this person. Whatever the final situation was that pulled you all apart, that final conversation, it was kind of hurtful. The 4 of Swords is obviously after the 3 of Swords, and you know that's the image of the heart and the swords through it. But here is the 4 of Swords. Someone's taking a beat. I'm going to take a rest. I'm going to take a pause. This feels like you are not going to move forward, another 4, unless you get the apology that you want. Maybe it's an apology. Maybe it's just wanting this other person to acknowledge their part. You're wanting this person to acknowledge that you deserve more, Gemini. This is what this feels like to me. You're trying to pay attention to your heart with the Queen of, I was going to say Swords. I wonder why. That's interesting. With the Queen of Cups here, you're trying to listen to your heart. You're probably even talking to someone that you trust that can give you wise counsel about if this is something that you should continue, what should you do with that. But you, again, Gemini, this is you. This is you trying to decide if this is going to be worth your time. This also gives me the vibe that this person was not being willing or showing that they were in the give and take the same way as you, okay? And then we have the Six of Wands here. And this is wanting to be victorious. You want this other person to realize that you are as beautiful and as brilliant and as worthy of love as you are, Gemini. I'm just saying, but you're wanting them to understand that and know that too, and show you the value that you know that you deserve. It also too, Gemini, okay, now you my boo, but I'm gonna go here. It kind of feels like you want this person to realize that you are right and that what it is that you want is the right thing to want. No judgment on that. But sometimes that can be a hard energy to break through when you are dealing with love. So I just want to put that out there. So I went over to the person that you're dealing with. The cards that popped up, I know I messed everything up. I love you unconditionally. You came closer than anyone. So this gives me this feeling that they're kind of worried that this might be done. They feel like this could be done. And then I remember every detail of that day. So this person is thinking about the situation. And some other confirming cards for them is the Two of Wands, another two, which is the Two of Pentacles. This person is also trying to make sense of what they should do. They're also trying to decide if their stance on things is appropriate or not. This person is also thinking, Gemini, I'm going to say that. But there's something about this connection where, because I confirmed the Two of Pentacles and the Five of Swords came out, this person is trying to decide if it's worth it. They're trying to decide if it's worth the battle. They're sensing and feeling like there's something about this connection that feels like a battle. Like if we connect, then someone's got to be right. The Five of Swords reminds me of someone where you are in a connection, and if you say, okay, boo, you forgot to take out the trash, and like, but you didn't put your shoes away, and you're like, okay, you're right, okay, cool. Baby, did you get the Doritos like I asked? And they're like, but you didn't take out the trash. And so it's like always, every time I want to present an idea or be heard, there's someone else in the connection who has a one-up idea that I need to hear first. It kind of feels like that tit for tat. And whoever you're dealing with, they're trying to decide, like, am I even able to manage and balance that right now? However, with the Two of Wands being out here, the card that confirmed this for me was the Four of Wands. They're looking and they're thinking like, do I want to move forward? Because I believe that we could have the belonging, the happy family, you know, it's something about this connection with you, Gemini. They feel like it is really all just right. And Gemini, let's just be real, you the bomb, okay? You are the bomb, okay? I'm not just saying that. You really are a wonderful person to know and be around for a lot of different reasons. And so they know that they feel a connection with you, but they're just trying to decide if it makes sense for them in their life. But beneath their deck is the Wheel of Fortune. That tells me, Gemini, that they feel like, you know what, time is going to tell. It does not feel like they are as active as sometimes we would like for someone to be. It doesn't feel like this is the kind of person who will take charge and be like, okay, I'm going for it. You know, I'm going to, you know, tell this person and we're going to do this. It doesn't feel like that's the kind of energy. It kind of feels like this person has more of a passive kind of like, I mean, we'll work or we won't. But it kind of feels like an energy of fatigue. Like this person might be a little bit fatigued. They are in love with you, clearly. That's a powerful thing. But they kind of don't know if they have messed things up beyond control. This is on your side. I think they sense this feeling that you're thinking about letting it go completely. And I'm not sure if that's not making them feel completely defeated. And like, you know, let me just let God decide this for us. So now I'm going to get a couple of oracle messages to close out this reading. Thank you for stopping by, tuning in, and I hope that it helps. That is the intention with all of this. God, angel, spirit guides, final messages for my birthday, Gemini. What do you want Gemini to know? These cards are kind of new, so they get really tight. Still trying to get used to my energy. All right. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. Okay, anything else? Uh-oh. Anything else? We have one out here. Let's see if anything else wants to come out. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. Okay. All right. Get more information is here. For those, this is beneath the deck, for those of you where you are thinking about reaching out because maybe this person just naturally is a person who kind of takes more of a passive approach, there's something about what's at the heart of this connection, the thing that's kind of pulling you apart, that it feels like if you all are able to talk, it's going to help you understand a little bit more. There's something about this, Gemini, this is just your friend talking to you. There's something about this connection I kind of like, okay? It doesn't feel toxic. It just feels like there is a perceived belief, but again, as the cards are saying, not a lot of communication about what this is. Now listen, this other card popped out too. There's something better, okay? Now for some of you, I feel like you know that this is over, and that's why this is kind of beneath the deck. There's someone here where you're like, no, I'm pretty much done. I want to explore other things, because there is a ghosting card and there is the Two of Wands. That's a very strong energy that a connection is either on the verge of ending or it's done. But I do get this strong vibe that I'm speaking to someone where there's an opportunity for you to talk. And if you connect with each other and you communicate this through, you know who you are. This isn't for everyone. You will have an opportunity to get a better picture. And this little thing that you're working through is actually here because it's a healing connection to take you to a higher level. It might take time. It could be days, weeks, months. You know how love is. It really sometimes feels like it's on its own timeline. Then there's an archangel message out here for you. I don't even know if you'll be able to read all of this, so I'm going to read it to you. It says, shield yourself, okay? The prayer, Archangel Michael, I ask you to protect me, my loved ones, my vehicle, and my home with your powerful shield. Surround us in your purple light, which allows only pure love to penetrate. Please stay with me day and night and keep my loved ones safe. This is a very powerful message and prayer. So for whoever's needing that right now, that is for you. Gemini, I'm done running my mouth. I guess I'll see you next week, honey. Take care of yourselves out there. Bye, and I love you. Bye.